Welcome, dear dreamer. You've arrived at a quiet place where the day gently fades away. Here, there is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to hurry for. Just settle in, breathe slowly, and allow the world to soften around you. As the story unfolds, let each word guide you toward calm and rest. Let the sounds, the images, and the gentle rhythm carry you into a peaceful dream. Tonight, this tale is your safe place, a space made only for comfort, imagination, and sleep. So close your eyes, relax your body, and listen quietly, dear dreamer. Your journey into the garden of endless dreams begin. Long ago, beyond the edge of waking maps and forgotten dreams, there lay a peaceful land called Lunareth. It was a kingdom that glowed softly at night, as though the moon itself had chosen to rest there. The people of Lunareth believed that sleep was sacred, and every evening they welcomed the night like an old, trusted friend. On this particular night, the stars seemed closer than ever. They shimmered gently, leaning down as if they wished to listen. The air was cool and calm, scented with silver flowers that only bloomed after sunset. Wind chimes made from crystal leaves sang quietly, creating a lullaby that floated through the streets. In a small cottage at the edge of the kingdom lived a young girl named Aloan. She had kind eyes, slow movements, and a heart that listened more than it spoke. Aloan was known for one special gift. She could hear whispers from dreams before they were dreamed. As she prepared for sleep, Aloan felt something different in the air. The stars pulsed softly, and the moon paused behind a cloud, as if waiting. When Aloan closed her eyes, a warm glow filled her room. A voice, gentle and deep like drifting clouds, spoke her name. Aloan, the balance of dreams is shifting. She did not feel afraid. Instead, she felt calm, wrapped in invisible blankets of peace. The voice belonged to Aurelian, the ancient guardian of sleep, who watched over all dreaming worlds. Lunareth needs you, the voice continued. A long journey awaits, but will unfold slowly, like a story meant to be slept through. Aloan drifted deeper into sleep, and as she did, the walls of her cottage softened into mist. Her bed turned into a boat of moonlight, floating gently on a quiet river of stars. Above her, the stars leaned closer still, and the journey began. Aloan's moonlit boat drifted without sound, guided not by oars but by intention. The river beneath her shimmered like liquid glass, reflecting fragments of forgotten dreams. Soft laughter, warm fires, and half-remembered lullabies. The sky above was deep indigo, stretching endlessly, and the stars moved slowly, as if careful not to wake anyone. Aloan lay back, her breathing steady, her heart peaceful. She felt no urgency, for this was a journey that moved at the speed of calm. Soon, the river curved gently, and a figure appeared on its bank. He was tall and robed in midnight blue, his beard flowing like mist. His eyes held centuries of rest. "I am Meryl, the ferryman of rest," he said softly. "Few travel this river, while awake within their dreams." Aloan smiled faintly. "I was called," she replied. Meryl nodded, pleased. He raised his lantern, and its glow revealed countless doors floating above the river, each one leading to a sleeping mind. "These doors are weakening," Meryl explained. "If they fade, dreams will lose their way home." Aloan felt a gentle ache in her chest, not of fear, but of care. She reached out, and her fingers brushed the lantern's light. Instantly, the door steadied, glowing softly again. Meryl bowed. "You carry the quiet light. It will guide you." As the boat continued, Aloan noticed soft creatures drifting nearby. Dreamfish with translucent fins, and cloud cats sleeping on pockets of mist. Everything moved slowly, peacefully, as though time itself had decided to rest. Eventually, the river widened and grew still. At its center stood an island covered in tall grass that glowed pale blue. "The first place you must walk," Meryl said, "the meadow of unspoken wishes." The boat gently touched the shore, and Aloan stepped onto the island. The grass hummed softly under her feet, and above her, the stars watched in silence. The meadow stretched endlessly, its grass swaying like waves in a silent ocean. Each blade glowed faintly, holding a wish that had never been spoken aloud. As Eloan walked, she felt warmth rise from the earth, wrapping around her like a familiar blanket. Whispers drifted through the air, not voices, but feelings. Hope, longing, peace. At the heart of the meadow stood an ancient tree, its branches heavy with glowing orbs. Each orb contained a dream that had never been fulfilled, waiting patiently rather than sadly. Eloan placed her hand against the tree's trunk. Instantly, images flowed through her. Children wishing for safety, elders wishing for rest, travelers wishing for a home. She understood now. Dreams did not demand to come true. They simply wished to be held. Eloan began to hum. It was a simple melody, slow and soothing. As she hummed, the orbs pulsed gently, their light growing warmer. One by one, they drifted upward, dissolving into the sky like fireflies. The meadow sighed in relief. From the shadows emerged a small figure, a fox with silver fur and eyes like moonstone. "I am Naira," the fox said softly, "keeper of gentle paths. I will guide you to the next place." Eloan knelt and touched Naira's forehead. The fox purred, and the meadow began to fade, its purpose fulfilled for now. "Where do we go?" Eloan asked. "To where time itself sleeps," Naira replied. The stars dimmed slightly, and the world shifted. Eloan and Naira stepped into a quiet valley where sound seemed to soften before it could fully exist. At the center of the valley stood an ancient clock tower, tall and gentle, its stone surface warmed by moonlight. Ivy climbed its sides slowly, as though even plants respected the stillness here. The clock's hands were frozen between moments, not broken, not stopped, simply resting. Fireflies floated in slow circles around the tower, glowing and fading like patient breaths. "This is where time comes to sleep?" Naira whispered. "Not all things are meant to move forever." Inside the tower, the air felt thick with calm. Gears and pendulums lay perfectly still. Yet they radiated peace rather than decay. Each tick that once echoed here had softened into memory. Eloan's footsteps made no sound as she climbed the spiral stairs. At the center chamber sat an old woman wrapped in shawls of silver-gray light. Her eyes were closed, and her breathing was slow and even, like waves touching shore. "I am Temra, the listener of hours," the woman said gently, without opening her eyes. "Time has spoken, and it is tired." Eloan sat beside her, feeling no need to speak. Silence unfolded naturally, wrapping the room in warmth. In that quiet, Eloan understood time was not meant to command dreams. It was meant to cradle them. She placed her hands over her heart, where the quiet light rested. Slowly, carefully, she let it flow outward. The light did not force the gears to move. Instead, it softened them, allowing time to breathe rather than march. The tower exhaled. Outside, the fireflies drifted into new patterns. Night resumed its gentle rhythm, not measured, but felt. Temra smiled, her task complete. "Go softly," she said. "The moon is waiting." As Eloan stepped back into the open night, the sky seemed wider, deeper, more alive. The moon hung low above the valley, glowing with a calm so profound it felt like an embrace. Clouds drifted lazily past it, never in a hurry. Naira padded quietly beside Eloan, her silver for catching the moonlight. Neither of them spoke. Words felt unnecessary now. Then, gently, the moon shimmered. "Eloan," it whispered, not aloud, but within her thoughts. She stopped, her breath slowing even further. The world seemed to pause, not in stillness, but in attention. "You have listened where others would have rushed," the moon said. "You have allowed rest where others would have demanded movement." Eloan felt warmth spread through her chest, steady and reassuring. She thought of Lunareth, of quiet homes, sleeping children, and dreams finding their way back safely. "I only followed what felt kind," she replied. The moon brightened slightly. "That is the oldest magic." Soft beams of moonlight wrapped around Eloan, lifting her gently. Below her, the valley blurred into calm shades of blue and silver. The stars leaned back into their places, satisfied. Naira's voice echoed softly. "Your path will continue, but not all at once. Even journeys must rest." Eloan felt herself drifting, lighter than before. The moonlight folded into mist, and the mist into sleep. She awoke in her small cottage at the edge of Lunareth, tucked beneath warm blankets. Dawn had not yet arrived. The night remained whole. Outside, the kingdom breathed peacefully. Somewhere, dreams settled safely into waiting minds. Iloan closed her eyes once more, knowing the journey was not over, only paused. The night in Lunareth remained deep and unbroken. Iloan slept peacefully, yet her sleep was not empty. It was wide and gentle, like a calm lake beneath a quiet sky. Within that stillness, something subtle began to stir. A soft silver glow formed at the edge of her dreams. Iloan found herself standing just outside the kingdom gates. Though she had not walked there, the stones beneath her feet were warm, as if they remembered every traveler who had ever passed. The air hummed faintly, carrying the scent of night-blooming flowers and distant rain. Before her stretched a narrow path, woven from moonlight and mist. It had not been there before. The path curved slowly into the hills, disappearing and reappearing, as if deciding whether it wished to be seen. This path exists only when one is truly resting, came Aurelian's voice, deep and calm. It leads to places untouched by waking thought. Iloan stepped forward without hesitation. The moment her foot touched the path, it steadied, glowing softly beneath her weight. With each step, the world behind her faded, not erased, only resting. The hills around her rose and fell like sleeping creatures. Lanterns made of floating light drifted nearby, illuminating fragments of forgotten dreams. A half-written song, a smile remembered from childhood, the comfort of familiar voice. As Iloan walked, her breathing matched the rhythm of the path, slow, even, peaceful. She felt no urgency, no destination pulling her forward. The journey itself felt like the purpose. Soon, she noticed others walking beside her, not fully formed, more like silhouettes made of starlight. They moved quietly, each following their own unseen path, yet never colliding. These are dream walkers, Aurelian explained, souls passing gently through rest, guided but never pushed. Iloan smiled softly. She understood now that she was not alone in this work. Many helped keep dreams safe, simply by allowing themselves to rest deeply. Ahead, the path widened, opening toward a softly glowing forest. The trees shimmered like breathing light, their leaves whispering lullabies older than language. Iloan stepped forward, and the forest welcomed her. The journey continued, slow, steady, and kind. The forest welcomed Iloan without sound. Tall trees rose around her, their trunks glowing faintly as though lit from within. Their leaves shimmered in soft shades of silver and blue, moving slowly, like lungs rising and falling in sleep. Every step Iloan took was cushioned by moss that felt warm beneath her feet. The ground seemed to understand her pace, matching it, encouraging her to slow even further. The air itself felt alive, humming with a low, comforting melody. This forest remembers every lullaby ever sung. Aurelian's voice murmured gently. It keeps them safe when voices grow tired. As Iloan walked deeper, the whispers of the leaves became clearer. Not words, but melodies. Some were simple and soft. Others carried faint traces of sorrow that had long since softened into peace. She noticed small lights drifting between the branches, round, glowing creatures no larger than apples. They pulsed gently, floating from tree to tree. Lullamodes, Aurelian explained. They carry comfort to those who cannot find sleep on their own. One drifted close to Iloan, its glow warming her chest. She held it carefully, and the light grew steadier, brighter. With a gentle release, she let it float back into the forest, where it joined the others, moving with purpose yet without haste. At the heart of the forest stood a clearing. In its center rested a shallow pool of water, perfectly still. The surface reflected not the sky, but sleeping faces, peaceful, relaxed, safe. Iloan knelt by the pool and dipped her fingers into the water. A ripple spread outward, slow and smooth. Somewhere far away, a restless sleeper turned calmly onto their side and sighed. The forest breathed out, satisfied. When Iloan rose, the trees gently parted, revealing a new path glowing faintly ahead. The lullabies softened, fading into memory as she stepped forward. Beyond the forest lay a small village wrapped in twilight. Lanterns glowed softly outside every home, though no flames burned within them. The light came from calm itself. The houses were round and low, their windows covered with curtains that shifted gently, like slow breathing. There were no voices, no footsteps, only rest. This village exists between dreams, Aurelian said, for those who wake too early or sleep too lightly. Iloan walked along the quiet path, her presence unnoticed yet welcomed. Inside the homes, people slept peacefully, their dreams drifting above them like faint mist before settling back gently. She paused beside a child who stirred restlessly. Without touching him, Iloan focused a quiet light within her heart. It flowed outward, subtle and warm. The child's breathing slowed, his brow relaxed, and his dreams settled into stillness. At the center of the village stood a bell tower with no bell. Instead, a soft glow pulsed within its hollow space. "This tower does not wake," Aurelian whispered. "It reminds." Iloan placed her hand against the stone. The glow expanded gently, spreading across the village like a blanket. One by one, the restless dreams softened, becoming calm images of safety and warmth. Above, the stars shimmered approvingly. When Iloan stepped away, the village seemed to sink deeper into rest, as though drifting on a calm sea. A new path appeared beyond the final house, leading upward toward the sky itself. The path rose slowly, turning into a staircase woven from clouds and pale moonlight. Each step felt solid yet gentle, supporting Iloan without effort. The higher she climbed, the quieter the world became. Sound faded into silence, and silence softened into comfort. The sky deepened, stars glowing larger and warmer, as if welcoming her closer. "This stairway leads to the keepers," Aurelian said, "those who guard the deep places of rest." At the top, Iloan reached a wide platform floating among the stars. Tall figures stood there, robed in flowing light, their faces calm and kind. They did not speak, but Iloan felt their acknowledgement like a gentle nod. One keeper stepped forward and extended a bowl filled with shimmering mist. "Pour this where dreams grow heavy," Aurelian instructed. Iloan accepted the bowl. The mist felt cool and soothing, like night air after rain. Below her, she could see countless worlds sleeping, turning slowly in peace. With care, she tipped the bowl. The mist flowed downward in slow streams, dissolving into the darkness, easing burdens unseen. The keepers glowed brighter, their task renewed. Iloan felt herself growing lighter, the journey nearing another pause. Iloan drifted downward through layers of night, not falling, not flying, but floating as gently as a leaf on calm water. The stars above her remained steady, watching without urgency. Below her, the worlds rested, wrapped in deep and patient sleep. The air around her felt warm and familiar, like returning home after a long, quiet journey. "You have done well," Aurelian's voice echoed softly, neither loud nor distant. "But remember, rest is not something complete. It is something to return to." Iloan felt the truth of those words settle within her. She had walked paths made of moonlight, listened to forests that breathed lullabies, and carried calm where it was needed most. Yet none of it had been rushed. None of it had demanded effort beyond kindness. As she drifted lower, images rose to meet her. Lunaretha's glowing rooftops, the slow sway of lanterns in the night breeze, the steady rhythm of sleeping hearts. The kingdom looked peaceful, whole, and deeply held by the dark. Iloan felt her body growing heavier, not with exhaustion, but with comfort. The floating slowed. The stars seemed to hum softly, as though singing her back into place. "You are not the keeper of rest," Aurelian continued gently. "You are a reminder of it." Moonlight wrapped around Iloan, folding like soft fabric. The air shifted, becoming the quiet warmth of her cottage. The scent of night flowers lingered as the dream world loosened its hold. She lay once more in her bed, blankets drawn lightly around her shoulders. Outside, the night continued exactly as it should. Unbroken, unhurried kind. Iloan's breathing slowed, matching the calm rhythm she had helped restore. Dreams passed near her, pausing briefly, then settling gently where they belonged. Somewhere beyond waking thought, the stars leaned closer, not to call her, but to watch over her rest. And in Lunareth and far beyond it, sleep deepened, not as an ending, but as a promise quietly kept. Iloan found herself standing beside a wide, quiet lake as night deepened around her. The water was perfectly still, so smooth it appeared almost unreal, like a sheet of polished glass laid gently into the land. No ripples touched its surface. No wind disturbed it. This lake reflects not faces, Aurelian whispered, but states of being. Iloan stepped closer. The lake did not mirror her appearance. Instead, it reflected her breathing, slow, even, steady. With each calm breath she took, the water glowed more softly, spreading pale silver light across its surface. Around the lake, smooth stones formed a gentle circle. Each stone carried the warmth of countless nights, as though travelers before her had rested here, without leaving a trace of worry behind. Iloan sat on one of the stones, feeling the stillness sink into her bones. As she watched, faint images appeared beneath the water. People drifting into sleep, thoughts loosening their grip, tension melting quietly away. None of the images lingered too long. They arrived, softened, and dissolved. This place teaches release. Aurelian continued, not forgetting, just letting go. Iloan placed her hand above the water. Without touching it, she felt a subtle pull, inviting but never demanding. She allowed the quiet light within her to flow outward, not as a beam, but as a gentle warmth. The lake responded with a slow pulse of light. Somewhere far away, a restless mind finally settled. A breath deepened. A dream turned kind. When Iloan rose, the lake remained calm, unchanged, content. A narrow path appeared along its edge, illuminated faintly, waiting patiently. She followed it without hurry, carrying the stillness with her. The path led Iloan into a garden unlike any she had seen before. Flowers bloomed in muted tones, lavender, pale blue, soft gray, never bright, never sharp. Their petals drooped gently, as though resting rather than wilting. This garden holds worries, Aurelian said softly, but only until they are ready to sleep. As Iloan walked among the flowers, she noticed that each blossom carried weight. Some leaned heavily on their stems, others trembled slightly, burdened by unspoken concerns. Yet none felt overwhelming. The garden accepted them all without judgment. Iloan knelt beside a flower that swayed uneasily. She did not touch it. She simply stayed near, breathing slowly, steadily. Gradually, the flower stilled. Its petals relaxed, folding inward like a sigh. One by one, the surrounding flowers followed, settling into calm. Tiny creatures emerged from the soil, round, soft beings made of earth and light. They gently gathered the sleeping worries and carried them beneath the ground, where they would rest until they no longer needed to exist. Iloan felt a deep comfort watching this quiet work. Nothing here is destroyed, Aurelian reminded her, only softened. At the center of the garden stood a stone bench warmed by moonlight. Iloan sat, allowing the peace to wash over her. Her thoughts slowed, drifting like leaves on still water. When she stood again, the garden shimmered faintly, its task complete for now. A gate opened silently at the far end, leading onward. Iloan passed through, leaving the garden breathing softly behind her. Beyond the gate stretched a wide plateau beneath an endless night sky. Tall figures stood spaced evenly across the land, motionless and calm. They wore cloaks darker than shadow, yet their presence felt comforting rather than cold. "These are the Watchers," Aurelian said. "They guard the gentle dark." As Iloan approached, she realized the Watchers were not guarding against anything. They were simply present, anchoring the night so it could remain safe. One Watcher inclined their head toward her. No words were spoken, yet Iloan felt welcomed. She walked slowly between them, feeling the night deepen, not grow heavier, but richer. The darkness here was not empty. It was full of rest, of pauses, of space where nothing needed to happen. The Watcher's stillness taught her something important. Calm did not require action. Iloan stood among them for a while, allowing quiet to settle into her. her breathing aligned to the vastness around her, steady and unforced. When she turned to leave, the watchers remained as they were, silent, constant, reassuring. The path ahead shimmered faintly, leading downward once more. Iloan entered a space that felt like the pause between breaths. The sky dimmed to deep violet, and time itself seemed to slow further, stretching gently. "This is the hour before dreams," Aurelian whispered, "where minds hover undecided." Soft shapes drifted around her, unfinished thoughts, fading worries, gentle hopes. None clung, none resisted. Iloan walked carefully, her presence steady. With each step, the drifting shapes softened, aligning themselves naturally. She did not guide them. She simply existed among them calmly. Gradually, the space shifted. The violet sky deepened into blue. The drifting shapes settled, transforming into dreams ready to unfold. Iloan felt warmth spread through her chest, quiet satisfaction without pride. The work here was subtle, nearly invisible. As the space dissolved, the familiar pull of Linareth returned. Iloan rested in her bed as though she had always been there, as though no journey had ever truly pulled her away. The room around her was dim and gentle, lit only by the soft glow of moonlight slipping through the window. Shadows lay peacefully along the walls, unmoving and kind. Outside, Linareth slept deeply. Roofs shimmered faintly under the stars, and lanterns swayed in the night breeze, their light slow and steady. The kingdom breathed as one, calm and whole. Aurelian's presence lingered nearby, not seen but felt like warmth carried on still air. "You have learned what the night already knows," his voice murmured softly, "that nothing must be forced to be whole." Iloan's breathing slowed further, each breath deep and even. She felt no pride, no urgency, only a quiet sense of belonging. The work she had done did not echo loudly. It settled gently, like dust falling after movement has ended. Dreams gathered near her, patient and calm. They did not rush to enter her sleep. They waited respectfully, knowing they were welcome. Beyond the window, the stars remained steady in their places. They no longer leaned closer, no longer whispered. They simply watched, content. Iloan turned slightly beneath her blankets, the fabric warm and familiar. Her thoughts loosened, drifting without direction. Nothing needed attention. Nothing needed fixing. Aurelian's voice faded into silence, not gone, but resting. The night wrapped itself around Linareth fully now, holding homes, fields, forests, and dreams with equal care. No corner was forgotten, no soul left unattended. As Iloan slipped deeper into sleep, the world did not change. That was its greatest kindness. The night held everything, and it held it well. Iloan entered sleep again, but this time the dream carried her farther than before. She found herself standing inside a vast hall made entirely of soft, flowing light. The walls shimmered like woven silk, shifting gently with unseen movement. "This is where dreams take shape," Aurelian whispered. "Not decided, woven." Long threads of light stretched across the hall, drifting slowly through the air. Each thread glowed with a different warmth, carrying fragments of stories, feelings, and memories yet to be lived. Iloan moved carefully among them. When she brushed a thread, it responded, not tightening, not pulling, only humming softly, as if acknowledging her presence. Figures worked quietly nearby, their forms calm and unhurried. They guided threads together gently, never knotting them too tightly, never forcing them into shape. "These are the weavers," Aurelian said. "They know that dreams must remain flexible." Iloan watched as a dream took form, not sharp or vivid, but soothing, a familiar place, a safe voice, a moment of rest. She understood then that dreams were not meant to impress. They were meant to comfort. As she walked, the quiet light within her spread subtly through the hall. The threads glowed steadier, their movement smoothing. The weavers paused briefly, acknowledging the shift, then continued their gentle work. When Iloan reached the far end of the hall, the light softened, folding inward. The woven dreams drifted away, ready to find their sleepers. The hall faded slowly, leaving only calm behind. Iloan found herself standing on a long, arched bridge suspended over darkness that felt neither empty nor frightening. Below her, countless sleeping worlds drifted quietly, each wrapped in its own rhythm of night. The bridge glowed faintly beneath her feet, steady and strong. "This bridge allows dreams to travel safely," Aurelian said. "Without it, rests a fracture." Iloan walked slowly across the bridge. With every step, she felt a gentle hum of connection. Dreams moving where they were needed, crossing unseen distances without effort. Soft lights passed by her, drifting like lanterns. Each carried a dream seeking its rightful place. Iloan paused at the center of the bridge. The quiet light within her spread outward, not bright, not commanding, only reassuring. The bridge responded, glowing slightly warmer. Far below, restless night softened, breaths deepened, sleep settled. When Iloan reached the far end, the bridge did not disappear. It remained patient and constant, doing its quiet work. She turned once more toward the sleeping worlds, offering them silent kindness. Then the dream gently released her. Iloan drifted upward, the night slowly thinning around her. The darkness did not break. It softened, becoming a deep blue touched with the faintest hint of silver. "This is the edge of morning," Aurelian said, "where rest must loosen its hold." Iloan felt no resistance. Sleep had given what it could. The journey had settled. Below her, Lunares stirred faintly. Not awake, only preparing. Birds shifted in their nests. Lanterns dimmed naturally, their work complete. Iloan returned to her bed once more, the room now touched with early light. She rested there, eyes closed, breathing steady. Dreams withdrew gently, leaving no emptiness behind. The night stepped back without regret, and rest remained. Iloan stepped into a valley that seemed to exist between two breaths. The air was cool and still, carrying a quiet murmur, as if the shadows themselves were speaking softly. They did not frighten her. On the contrary, they seemed protective, wrapping the valley in gentle, watchful calm. "This is the valley of whispering shadows," Aurelian said. "Here, the night speaks in its softest voice." The shadows moved slowly, gliding across the hillsides like drifting mist. They did not block the light of the moon. They only guided it, creating pools of quiet space where the mind could rest. Iloan walked carefully among them, her steps soft on the mossy ground. Along the path, small glowing stones appeared, each pulsing faintly. When Iloan touched them, she felt a subtle warmth spread through her chest, quieting any lingering restlessness. Shadows leaned closer around her, enclosing the stones in the path with protective care. She noticed whispers carried by the wind, fragments of lullabies, moments of comfort, stories half remembered. She could not understand them fully, but she felt them deeply. Each sound wrapped around her like a soft blanket, slowing her thoughts, easing her breath. A gentle fox with silver fur emerged from the darkness. Its eyes reflected the pale light of the stars, calm and knowing. "I am a guardian of this valley," it said without words, simply moving beside her. "The shadows speak truth, but only those who listen will hear." Iloan smiled faintly. She did not speak either. Instead, she let her presence align with the rhythm of the valley, matching the gentle sway of the shadows and the pulse of the glowing stones. The valley seemed to sigh with contentment, and she felt herself part of its quiet flow. Eventually, a path of moonlight appeared at the valley's edge, guiding her upward toward hills that shimmered faintly, as though the sky itself had touched them. The shadows leaned back, their whispers fading softly into the night, leaving only peace behind. Iloan followed the path, carrying the valley's calm within her, knowing the journey would continue, slow, steady, and gentle. Beyond the valley, Iloan found herself climbing a gentle hill. The air grew softer with every step, carrying the scent of night-blooming flowers and the distant hush of rivers. Above, the stars twinkled dimly, not to guide her, but simply to witness. "This hill is where the winds sleep," Aurelian said. "Even they need quiet." Iloan paused, feeling a faint stirring in the air. A breeze swept past her, not strong, not hurried, but moving slowly, like it had been dreaming. It wrapped around her shoulders gently, carrying a hum that made her chest rise and fall in rhythm with it. The top of the hill opened into a wide plateau. Grasses swayed lightly, though the winds barely moved. Tiny lights floated above the ground, resembling fireflies, but each seemed to pulse with its own gentle breath. They danced slowly, guiding the air into calm patterns, ensuring no motion grew restless or sharp. Iloan sat among the grasses, letting the winds circle her. She breathed with them, feeling her heart slow, her thoughts ease. The quiet light within her responded, merging with the sleeping wind. Its warmth traveled outward, easing the plateau, softening any tension lingering in the air. From a distance, she could see others resting here, not fully visible, more like the silhouettes of souls at peace. They did not speak, yet Iloan felt their presence as reassurance. The winds of sleep were shared, held by all who came here with kindness. Gradually, the plateau hummed in harmony. The stars above shimmered in time with the soft breathing of a hill. Everything moved gently, like waves in a quiet sea. When Iloan rose continued, a narrow path of silver light appeared ahead, twisting toward the horizon. She followed it slowly, carrying the plateau's calm within her, each step guided by the restful rhythm of the winds. Iloan stepped into a grove where the trees seemed taller than the night sky. Their trunks glowed softly, and the leaves sparkled with tiny points of light, like stars that had chosen to rest closer to the earth. The grove hummed with a quiet energy, not loud, not urgent, just present and still. This grove holds secrets that only the night knows, Aurelian whispered. Secrets that comfort rather than frighten. Iloan moved carefully among the glowing trees, her steps making no sound. Each tree seemed aware of her presence, bending slightly as though bowing, yet not demanding attention. The light from their leaves reflected in her eyes, softening her vision and slowing her heartbeat. She noticed small pools of water beneath the roots, each reflecting fragments of dreams, smiles, gentle voices, fleeting memories. When she touched the water, the reflection shimmered, becoming even softer, calmer. A warmth spread through her chest, and she felt a quiet sigh escape her lips. Soft creatures with fur like moonlight appeared among the undergrowth. They carried whispers of forgotten kindness, placing them gently in the pools. The grove seemed to breathe with them, moving slowly in perfect rhythm. Iloan realized the grove did not judge, did not rush. It simply held everything with quiet care, dreams, memories, and rest alike. She sat for a while, feeling the hum of the night settle inside her, filling her with the same calm it shared with the world. When she finally rose, a path of soft starlight appeared ahead, leading upward. The trees leaned back, their lights pulsing gently, like a lullaby stretching into the distance. Iloan began to follow the starlit path, carrying the grove's peace within her. Each step felt steady, as though the night itself walked beside her, and the stars above, countless and patient, watched over her silently, guarding the rest of the world as she continued her journey. Iloan stepped onto a narrow bridge that stretched across a river glowing softly in the moonlight. The water was silver, shimmering as if it carried tiny stars within its gentle currents. It did not rush, it did not gurgle. Every ripple moved slowly, deliberate and calm, like the rhythm of a deep, peaceful breath. "This is the river of silver dreams," Aurelian said softly. "It carries hopes and stories from one resting mind to another." Iloan leaned over the bridge, watching the water drift. She saw reflections, not herself, but of countless dreams floating safely along its surface. Some were simple, a warm smile, the memory of a gentle voice. Others were larger, carrying faint shadows of worries that had been softened by sleep. The river held them all equally, without judgment, without hurry. Tiny luminous creatures darted along the banks, guiding the dreams as they floated. Each creature moved like a gentle current itself, nudging the shimmering threads of sleep so they could find their proper resting place. Iloan knelt beside the railing and touched the water with her fingers. A cool, soothing warmth spread through her hand, traveling up her arm and into her chest. She breathed slowly, letting the river's calm pulse mingle with her own heartbeat. Somewhere far away, a sleeper's sigh softened. Somewhere else, a child rolled over peacefully, their dreams settling into gentle patterns. She stayed for a while, simply existing with the river. The gentle current seemed to acknowledge her presence, whispering gratitude without sound. It was as if every ripple carried a tiny note of rest for those who had wandered too far from sleep. When she rose, the bridge ahead glimmered faintly, guiding her forward. The river's glow lingered in her eyes and heart, a quiet reminder that rest could flow endlessly, carrying everything safely along its silver path. Iloan walked on, her steps slow and steady, leaving the river's silver dreams behind but taking its gentle rhythm with her. Iloan reached a wide meadow that shimmered faintly under the night sky. The grass glowed softly, silver at the tips, and tiny lights drifted lazily among the blades like remnants of fallen stars. The air smelled faintly of honey and cool earth, calming her with each inhalation. "This meadow holds stars that linger," Aurelian said. "They watch over dreams that are hesitant to arrive." The stars floated quietly, pulsing slowly as if breathing. Some hovered close to the ground, near sleepers' dreams, while others drifted high, gazing at the vast night sky. Their light was soft, never blinding, and it seemed to invite contemplation, not attention. Iloan walked slowly through the grass, careful not to disturb the gentle glow. Every step felt deliberate, purposeful only in its calmness. She noticed a small star hovering just ahead, its pulse faint and uneven. Iloan reached out softly, letting the quiet light within her mingle with it. The star's glow steadied immediately, pulsing in gentle harmony with her own calm rhythm. Nearby, tiny creatures made of silver mist danced through the grass, guiding other lingering stars to where they belonged. The meadow hummed faintly, a song without words, a lullaby for all wandering minds. Iloan sat for a moment, letting the soft energy of the meadow envelop her. She watched as the stars rearranged themselves naturally, some joining in clusters, others resting alone, each exactly where it was meant to be. The meadow was alive, yet serene, moving with intention and without urgency. When she rose, a faint path of moonlight appeared through the meadow, leading her onward. The lingering stars shone softly behind her, a gentle farewell, guiding her as she continued the journey through the night, carrying the meadow's calm within her heart. Iloan followed the moonlit path until it opened into a wide clearing. The ground sparkled faintly, as if sprinkled with silver dust, and the air was warm, soft, and still. Above, the moon hung low, larger than she had ever seen, bathing the clearing in gentle, eternal light. "This clearing exists beyond time," Aurelian said. "It holds the essence of night itself." The light did not glare, it embraced. It traced the curves of the land, touched the tips of trees, and settled gently on Iloan's shoulders. Every breath she took seemed lighter, more relaxed, syncing with the subtle pulse of the clearing itself. Around the clearing, small pools of water reflected the moon and stars. When Iloan looked into them, she saw not her own reflection, but glimpses of dreams she had helped guide. The sighs of rest, the gentle hum of hearts slowing into calm, the quiet comfort of sleep arriving where it had been delayed. Soft shadows move among the pools, creatures neither large nor small, neither bright nor dark. They carried unseen comfort, guiding dreams and worries alike into the pools, where they could rest. The clearing held everything evenly, light and shadow, motion and stillness, presence and absence, all existed in gentle balance. Iloan walked slowly, letting her hands hover over the pools, feeling the gentle hum of peace that resonated through the clearing. The quiet light within her joined with it, flowing outward softly, reaching every corner. Somewhere far away, a sleeper's restless thoughts dissolved. Elsewhere, a dream found its way home. When she finally stood at the far edge of the clearing, a faint path of soft silver light appeared, leading onward into the night. The moon seemed to bow slightly, as if acknowledging her passage. Iloan stepped forward, carrying the clearing's calm with her, each step measured and gentle, as the eternal moonlight watched over her journey. Iloan stepped into a forest where every sound seemed to linger softly, echoing gently before fading completely. The trees were tall and slender, their leaves rustling quietly in a wind that moved as if it too were dreaming. Moonlight filtered through the branches, creating silver patterns on the soft forest floor. "This is the forest of gentle echoes," Aurelian said. Here, even the smallest sound is honored. Eloan walked slowly among the trees. Her footsteps made no noise, yet every step seemed to release a faint, soothing vibration. Somewhere far off, a bird's soft call traveled through the forest, lingering in the air like a note stretched and softened. Eloan smiled, sensing that even the smallest sound could comfort a restless dream. The forest was alive with subtle movements, small creatures made of light and shadow gliding between the trunks. They carried whispers of comfort, placing them gently on leaves, stones, and roots. The air seemed to hum, vibrating faintly with the gentle energy of the forest, and Eloan felt the calmness seep into her very being. A clearing appeared ahead, where moonlight pooled in a perfect circle. In its center floated tiny motes of light, drifting lazily as though weightless. Eloan reached out, and the motes responded, circling around her in a slow, comforting rhythm. They seemed to acknowledge her presence, welcoming her without words, guiding her gently onward. Eloan understood that the forest did not demand anything. It only offered rest, peace, and quiet presence. She allowed herself to drift with the rhythm of the echoes, letting every concern dissolve into the soft vibrations of the night. When she finally left clearing, a faint path appeared ahead, winding further into the forest. The echoes followed her steps, not in urgency, but in quiet companionship. Every movement felt calm, deliberate, and safe, as if the forest itself were breathing with her. The path led Eloan into a wide meadow filled with thousands of tiny floating lanterns. They hovered slowly in the air, casting soft, golden light that danced across the grasses. The air smelled faintly of warm earth and distant rain, soothing her senses. These lanterns carry the wishes of sleepers, Aurelian said. They are neither hurried nor forgotten. Eloan moved carefully among them, watching as each lantern pulsed gently in rhythm with the soft breeze. Some hovered near the ground, reflecting dreams of safety and calm, while others drifted higher, carrying hopes that had been whispered but never spoken. She held out her hands, letting the lanterns brush against her fingertips. Each touch sent a gentle warmth through her body, slowing her heartbeat and deepening her breathing. The quiet light within her spread outward, merging softly with the golden glow, comforting both herself and the wandering lanterns. Small creatures of mist floated between the lanterns, guiding those that wavered or drifted too far. They moved slowly, with deliberate care, ensuring that every lantern found its proper place. The meadow hummed softly, a lullaby without words, carrying peace across every blade of grass. Eloan paused in the center of the meadow. The lantern swirled gently around her, creating a quiet, radiant circle. She breathed in slowly, letting the warmth and light settle in her chest, feeling as if she herself had become part of the meadow's calm rhythm. When she finally continued along the path, the lantern seemed to drift back into formation, glowing faintly behind her. The meadow watched her leave, content, while the path ahead glimmered softly, guiding her onward without urgency. Eloan followed the shimmering path into a garden where every leaf, flower, and blade of grass glistened with dew that reflected the pale light of the moon. Each droplet hung suspended, capturing the calm of the night within its tiny sphere. "This is the garden of moonlit dew," Aurelian whispered. "Here, even the smallest moments of stillness are remembered." The air was heavy with the scent of night blossoms, gentle and soothing. Each step Eloan took released tiny sparkles from the dew, spreading quiet light across the soil. The garden seemed alive, not with sound, but with a slow, deliberate energy that carried peace wherever it lingered. Tiny creatures made of mist floated among the plants, tending the dew, guiding along leaves, petals, and stems. They worked without rush, their presence calming even the tiniest stirrings of restless thought. Eloan watched, breathing slowly, feeling her own rest deepen with every movement of the delicate mist creatures. She knelt beside a small fountain at the center of the garden. Its water rippled gently, reflecting the moon and stars above, and each droplet seemed to sing a faint lullaby. Eloan placed her hands above the water, feeling the warmth of the quiet light flow outward. The ripples expanded slowly, spreading calm throughout the garden. The trees leaned slightly toward her, their branches soft and welcoming. The flowers swayed faintly, moving with the rhythm of the night itself. Everything here existed in balance, light and shadow, motion and stillness. presence and absence. When Alolan rose to leave, a faint silver path appeared, leading onward. She stepped forward carefully, carrying the garden's calm within her. The dew sparkled faintly behind her, a quiet promise of rest that would continue even in her absence. The night held everything gently, and Alolan knew the journey would go on, each step as deliberate, soft, and peaceful as the last. Alolan's path led her to a hill where clouds hovered just above the ground, soft and still, glowing faintly in the gentle moonlight. Each cloud pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat, and the air smelled faintly of cool rain and warm earth. "This is the Hill of Resting Clouds," Aurelian said. "Here, even the sky takes pause." She stepped carefully onto a cloud, and it held her weight without protest, cushioning her feet as if welcoming her presence. The clouds moved gently, rocking slightly, guiding her upward in slow, deliberate rhythm. Each step felt like a sigh, a release of tension she hadn't known she was carrying. Alolan looked around and saw others walking on the clouds, their forms soft and glowing, drifting without hurry. Some paused to rest, sinking gently into the softness, while others floated on, following the invisible rhythm of the hill. Every motion seemed deliberate, unhurried, perfect in its gentle pace. Tiny lights danced among the clouds, carrying fragments of dreams from one resting sleeper to another. Alolan reached out, letting the quiet light within her mingle with the glow. The lights pulsed brighter, guiding lost or wandering dreams gently into the calm clouds. She paused near the top, watching the valley below. Moonlight reflected on rivers, rooftops, and forests, all bathed in the same peaceful rhythm that filled the hill. A gentle breeze brushed her hair, carrying the faintest whispers of lullabies sung long ago, now resting safely in the clouds. Alolan sat for a while, letting herself sink slightly into the softness, feeling the slow pulse of the clouds sync with her own breath. She understood that rest did not need effort. It only needed presence. The hill embraced everything: the tired, the restless, the wandering thoughts, and the quiet heart seeking peace. When she finally rose, a narrow silver path appeared ahead, guiding her onward. She stepped carefully, carrying the hill's calm within her, each motion slow, steady, and deliberate. The clouds settled behind her, a quiet sigh trailing into the night. Alolan followed the path until it led to a bridge made of floating petals, pale as moonlight. Each petal shimmered softly and drifted in place, supporting her steps without breaking. The river beneath was quiet, reflecting the stars above, its surface undisturbed by her presence. "This bridge carries not travelers, but peace," Aurelian said. "It is a place where journeys slow naturally." Alolan stepped lightly, letting the petals shift beneath her weight. The bridge pulsed gently with every step, in rhythm with her breathing. Tiny lights floated along the edges, drifting lazily as if to guide her, but never hurriedly. Each step, each breath, was deliberate, measured, and comforting. Along the bridge, small blossoms drifted in the air, glowing faintly. They carried the memory of dreams, soft and unfinished, which had been guided gently to this place. Alolan reached out, letting the quiet light flow through her fingers. The blossoms responded, pulsing brighter for a moment before settling once more into calm luminescence. She paused midway across, gazing down at the river. Somewhere far away, a restless mind released its tension. Somewhere else, a sleeper shifted gently, sinking into the first moments of rest. Alolan felt the bridge embrace her as well, the soft petals supporting not just her weight, but her sense of calm and peace. When she finally reached the far end, the bridge remained steady, humming faintly as if satisfied with the night's work. The path ahead shimmered softly in silver light, guiding her toward the next part of her journey, slow and unhurried. Alolan took her first step off the bridge, carrying its gentle rhythm with her. The petals drifted behind, luminous and calm, settling back into the quiet of the night. Alolan entered a grove where the moonbeams themselves seemed to whisper as they touched the ground. Each ray of light bent gently around the trees, settling softly on the leaves, flowers, and small pools of water. The air smelled faintly of jasmine and cool dew, wrapping the grove in quiet comfort. "This grove listens," Aurelian said. "It remembers the sighs of every night." The leaves shimmered as Alolan walked beneath the canopy, creating soft patterns of light and shadow that moved in time with her steps. Tiny creatures made of silver mist darted among the trunks, carrying whispers of gentle encouragement and rest. Each movement was deliberate, slow and deliberate, reinforcing the calm of the grove. In the center, a small pool reflected the moon, perfectly still. Iloan knelt beside it, letting the quiet light within her flow outward. The ripples spread softly, touching every leaf, branch, and stone, carrying calm to the farthest corners. Somewhere far away, a sleeper's thoughts slowed. A dream that had wandered found its way home. The grove exhaled, a soft hum vibrating through the air. Iloan felt the energy seep into her chest, her breathing slowing, her mind softening. Even the shadows seemed to pause, attentive but still, guarding the rest that flowed through the grove. She stayed a moment longer, simply existing among the whispering moonbeams, letting their soft rhythm wrap around her. Then a narrow path of silver light appeared, winding outward through trees, inviting her onward. Iloan rose, carrying the grove's quiet with her, each step slow, gentle, and deliberate, as though the moonbeams themselves guided her forward. The night around her remained calm and patient, holding everything safely as the journey continued, steady, soft, and unhurried. Iloan wandered into a glade where the air felt thicker with calm, as if every breath had been softened before reaching her lungs. The grass was long and swayed slowly, reflecting moonlight that filtered gently through the surrounding trees. Tiny motes of light hovered lazily, drifting like feathers in a slow breeze. This glade holds reflections, Aurelian whispered, not of appearances, but of thoughts and dreams. Iloan knelt beside a small, clear pond at the glade center. Its surface mirrored not her face, but the quiet of her mind. Every lingering worry, every restless thought, shimmered faintly and then dissolved, leaving only gentle stillness. She traced the surface with her fingertips, feeling the water pulse softly beneath her touch. Soft creatures, almost invisible, floated above the pond, guiding stray reflections into the water. They hummed quietly, a sound so subtle it blended with the swaying of the grass. The glade seemed alive with patient attention, holding all that was offered without judgment or hurry. Iloan lay back on the grass, letting the soft glow of the motes and the slow rustle of the leaves wrap around her. She felt herself drifting, carried by the rhythm of the glade. Each breath matched the sway of the grass, each heartbeat aligned with the gentle pulse of the water. Above, the stars seemed closer, leaning lightly as if to watch her rest. The glade acknowledged her presence without words, allowing her to feel part of its slow, deliberate life. Even the shadows seemed still, respectful of the calm that had been woven here over countless nights. When she finally rose, a path of silver light appeared at the edge of the glade. Iloan walked slowly, carrying the quiet reflections within her. The pond and its gentle guardians remained behind, their work complete for now, ready to receive the next traveler who needed peace as she had. Iloan stepped into a valley where soft murmurs filled the air. They were faint, almost like a lullaby, drifting in waves that rose and fell with perfect rhythm. The light of the moon touched every stone, every tree, and every flower, spreading silver warmth across the valley floor. "This is the vale of gentle murmurs," Aurelian said. "Here, every voice is carried softly, and every thought can rest." The murmurs seemed to follow her as she walked, wrapping around her steps, coiling gently like the tendrils of a slow-moving breeze. Iloan listened without focusing, letting the sound fill her senses, slowing her breathing and softening her mind. Along the path, small lights floated lazily. Each light pulsed faintly, carrying a memory or a dream, drifting in delicate arcs. Iloan raised her hand, and the lights hovered near her, sensing the quiet light within her. Their gentle pulses harmonized with her breath, a dance of calm that flowed from her to the valley and back again. She paused at a small grove within the vale. The trees swayed with rhythm all their own, whispering to one another in tones too soft to understand fully, yet soothing in their intention. Iloan lay beneath them for a moment, feeling her body sink into the rhythm, letting go of any remaining tension. Even the soil beneath her seemed to breathe with her, embracing her presence. When she rose, the murmur seemed to stretch with her, guiding her forward. A path of faint silver light appeared ahead, meandering gently through the valley, inviting her onward without hurry. The veil remained patient and undisturbed, holding its gentle hum until the next soul came to rest. Iloan reached a grove where lanterns floated among the trees like captured fragments of fading stars. Each lantern glowed faintly, moving slowly as though suspended in time. The air smelled faintly of night-blooming jasmine, sweet and calming, wrapping her senses in soft warmth. These lanterns carry the light of nights that are nearly spent, Aurelian said. They remind all who wander that rest is gentle, patient, and endless. Iloan stepped softly between the lanterns, letting her hands hover over the drifting lights. Each lantern pulsed gently as if responding to her presence. She felt the quiet light within her spread outward, touching the lanterns, steadying their glow, and harmonizing with their slow rhythm. Small creatures of silver mist floated among the lanterns, guiding those that wavered or flickered weakly. They moved with deliberate care, ensuring that every light remained soft and steady, a quiet reminder that no night ends abruptly, but gradually fades into dawn. Iloan paused near a pool of water beneath the tallest tree. The reflections of the lanterns shimmered on the surface, doubling the soft light around her. She placed her hands above the water, letting her warmth flow into the pool. The ripples spread slowly, touching every lantern nearby, and the entire grove seemed to hum in response, a lullaby woven from moonlight and quiet energy. She leaned against the tree, breathing slowly, letting the gentle rhythm of the lanterns, the water, and the surrounding forest settle deep into her chest. Every pulse of light matched her heartbeat. Every sway of mist mirrored her breathing, and she felt fully embraced by the night's patient care. When she finally continued along the path, the lanterns floated gently behind her, fading softly as the path led onward. Iloan carried their warmth and calm within her, each step measured, unhurried, and deliberate. The grove remained, steady and quiet, holding all its light and rest until the next traveler arrived. Iloan wandered into a garden where the flowers only bloomed at twilight. Their petals were soft shades of lavender, silver, and pale blue, glowing faintly as if holding the last light of the setting moon. The air was fragrant but delicate, carrying a faint hum of calm that filled the space without effort. "This is the garden of twilight blossoms," Aurelian said gently. "Here, every bloom rests as the day gives way to night." Iloan walked carefully along the winding paths. Each step caused a subtle ripple in the soft petals, sending waves of light and fragrance through the garden. Tiny creatures of mist flitted from blossom to blossom, spreading calm wherever they moved. They were quiet, gentle, and deliberate, tending each flower with soft care. She paused at a small fountain at the center of the garden. Its water reflected the twilight sky, shimmering with muted colors and subtle movement. Iloan knelt beside it, letting the quiet light within her mingle with the gentle flow. The fountain rippled softly in response, sending a wave of stillness outward into the garden. Every flower seemed to lean slightly toward her, embracing her presence without notice or ceremony. The garden did not demand attention. It only offered calm, patience, and a sense of presence. Iloan breathed slowly, letting the gentle energy fill her chest, her mind, and her heart. The rhythm of the blossoms, the fountain, and the night itself synchronized with her own. When she finally rose to continue, a soft path of silver light appeared, winding onward through the twilight garden. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the garden's calm within her. Behind her, the flowers shimmered softly, holding the memory of her passage like a lullaby in the quiet night. The path led Iloan to a hollow surrounded by towering oak trees. Their trunks were wide and strong, their branches arching high above to form a natural canopy. Moonlight filtered through the leaves, casting a gentle silver glow across the forest floor. "These oaks hold the rest of centuries," Aurelian whispered. "They remember every night, every pause." Iloan stepped into the hollow. The air was cool and soft, carrying a quiet energy that felt as though the trees themselves were breathing in rhythm with her. Tiny motes of light hovered around the roots and branches, illuminating the shadows with a calm glow. She walked among the trees slowly, noticing the quiet hum of life all around. Birds slept silently in the canopy. Leaves swayed slightly, stirred by a gentle, deliberate breeze. Every sound was softened, every movement measured. The hollow did not demand her attention. It only accepted her presence, offering rest in return. Iloan knelt beside the largest oak. Its roots formed a gentle curve, perfect for sitting or leaning. She allowed herself to rest, letting the quiet light within her mingle with the energy of the trees. A warmth spread through her chest as the oak seemed to hum softly, acknowledging her calm presence. Small forest creatures emerged from the shadows, faint, luminous forms that moved carefully among the roots. They carried whispers of rest and comfort, ensuring that any lingering tension found its way to the hollow's gentle embrace. Iloan felt her mind and body sink deeper into calm with each passing moment. When she rose, a faint silver path appeared at the far end of the hollow. She followed it slowly, carrying the oak's steady calm with her. The hollow remained behind, a sanctuary of patient, enduring rest, ready to receive anyone who needed its quiet care. Iloan's path curved gently downward, leading to a stream that shimmered with lunar light. The water flowed slowly, reflecting the moon and stars above like a silver ribbon stretching into the distance. The sound of the stream was soft, rhythmic, and soothing, like a lullaby for the world itself. "This is the stream of lunar light," Aurelian said. "It carries the calm of night to every corner of the land." Iloan stepped carefully onto smooth stones at the edge of the stream. She dipped her hands into the water, feeling a gentle warmth radiate upward, mingling with the quiet light within her. Each ripple she created moved slowly, spreading calm outward, touching everything nearby: the moss, the flowers, the creatures resting along the banks. Small luminous beings floated above the water, guiding drifting fragments of dreams along the gentle current. Each fragment pulsed softly, carried securely in the stream's careful flow. Iloan watched, breathing slowly, as the water hummed with the quiet energy of night, carrying rest to wherever it was needed. The banks of the stream were lined with pale blossoms, their petals brushing against the water. When the ripples reached them, the blossoms leaned lightly, reflecting the light back into the stream. Everything existed in perfect harmony: water, light, plants, and creatures, working together without hurry or disturbance. Iloan knelt by the stream for a while, letting her mind and body sink into the rhythm of the water. Each breath matched the gentle movement of the lunar-lit current. Somewhere far away, the sleeper exhaled softly, surrendering to the ease of rest. The stream carried the sigh, scattering it gently across the land. When she finally stood and continued along the path, a faint silver glow appeared, guiding her onward. The stream shimmered softly behind her, continuing its slow journey, carrying calm, light, and rest of the world, just as it had always done. Iloan entered a grove where hundreds of lanterns floated silently among the trees. Each lantern glimmered faintly, casting gentle reflections on the soft moss below. The air was warm, filled with a faint, comforting scent of night jasmine and dew. "These lanterns hold moments of quiet," Aurelian whispered. "They illuminate what needs rest, not what needs attention." Iloan walked slowly along a winding path, her steps soft and deliberate. The lanterns hovered near her, their light responding subtly to her presence. Each lantern pulsed gently, as if breathing in rhythm with her own heartbeat. The grove exhaled a deep, patient calm that filled the space completely. Small creatures of silver mist flitted between the lanterns, ensuring that every glow remained steady, unhurried. They guided drifting motes of light toward lanterns that had wandered too far, keeping the gentle balance intact. Iloan observed without moving quickly, letting the grove's quiet rhythm settle into her chest and mind. She paused by a small pond at the grove center. Its surface reflected the floating lanterns, doubling their calm glow. Iloan placed her hands above the water, letting her quiet light flow outward. Ripples spread slowly, touching every lantern, every branch, and every creature, weaving the soft energy into the grove itself. Iloan knelt for a moment, breathing deeply, her body aligning with the slow, deliberate pace of the grove. She felt all tension melt away, replaced by the steady, quiet hum of night. Each lantern seemed to nod gently, acknowledging her presence without words, offering reassurance and rest. When she finally rose, a narrow path of silver light appeared ahead, winding through the grove. She followed it slowly, carrying the calm glow of the lanterns with her. Behind her, the grove shimmered softly, continuing its patient watch over the night, ready for any traveler who sought gentle rest. Iloan climbed a gentle hill, where every blade of grass glimmered faintly in the moonlight. The flowers scattered across the slopes shone softly, petals brushing one another in a rhythm that mirrored the quiet of the night. "This hill blooms for those who wander in dreams," Aurelian said. "Each petal reflects the care of the night itself." She stepped carefully among the flowers, feeling the soft sway beneath her feet. Tiny motes of silver light drifted lazily through the air, circling the petals and guiding her along the path. Each step she took seemed to align with the subtle pulse of the hill, slowing her thoughts and quieting her breath. Iloan paused near a patch of luminous blooms. When she touched them lightly, their glow intensified, spreading warmth throughout the hill. The quiet light within her mingled with the moonlit petals, harmonizing with the gentle rhythm of nature. She felt a deep sense of presence, as though the hill itself embraced her without moving, without need. Small, unseen creatures move among the flowers, guiding petals and light to settle softly, maintaining the hill's calm. The night here was patient, every motion deliberate and slow. Iloan lay down among the blossoms for a moment, letting their warmth seep into her being. Each breath matched the subtle sway of petals, each heartbeat echoing the quiet pulse of the hill. When she finally rose, a narrow path of silver light appeared at the summit. She followed it slowly, carrying the moonlit calm within her. The hill remained quiet and steady, its petals shimmering softly, continuing their gentle watch over the night. Iloan descended into a wide valley bathed in a soft, shimmering glow. The ground sparkled faintly, like dew kissed by moonlight, and tiny lights drifted lazily across the air, each carrying a fragment of a dream. The veil was still, as if time itself had slowed to let rest take hold. "This is the veil of shimmering dreams," Aurelian said. "Every dream finds its place here." Iloan walked carefully, letting her hands brush the shimmering lights. Each touch caused the lights to pulse softly, sending a gentle warmth through her chest. The quiet light within her mingled with them, steadying the glow, calming the fragments of dreams that had wandered too long. Small silver creatures move among the lights, guiding stray dreams to their resting places. They floated silently, each movement precise and deliberate, ensuring the gentle rhythm of the valley remained undisturbed. Iloan breathed slowly, letting her own energy merge with the veils, creating harmony in the soft glow. At the center of the valley, a crystal-clear pond reflected the moon and stars above. Iloan knelt beside it, watching the reflections ripple slowly. Every fragment of a dream that drifted into the pond seemed to settle gently, as if it had finally found its home. She felt the calm spread through her, settling every lingering worry, every restless thought. Iloan lay back on the soft grass, letting the shimmering dreams float above her. She watched as they moved without urgency, guided by patience and care. Every flicker of light, every gentle pulse, carried a lullaby that settled deep in her chest. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared, winding onward through the veil. She stepped forward slowly, carrying the valley's calm within her. Behind her, the shimmering dreams continued their quiet dance, a soft reminder that rest is patient, gentle, and endless. Iloan walked into an orchard where the trees were heavy with glowing fruit, each piece of light soft and warm like a star captured from the night sky. The air smelled faintly of ripe blossoms and evening dew, wrapping her senses in quiet comfort. "This orchard holds a calm of 1,000 nights," Aurelian whispered. "Each star fruit carries rest for those who wander." Iloan stepped carefully among the trees. Each fruit hung silently, pulsing with a soft rhythm that matched the slow beating of her heart. Tiny silver motes drifted lazily between branches, guiding lost fragments of dreams into glowing fruits, where they could rest safely. She paused beneath a tree laden with the largest star fruits. When she reached out, one pulsed gently against her fingers, sending warmth through her chest and spreading calm throughout her body. The quiet light within her flowed outward, harmonizing with the orchard, making every glowing fruit brighter, steadier, and more soothing. Small creatures made of silver mist floated around her, tending the orchard without hurry. They moved among the branches, guiding gentle light and soft energy into every corner. Eloan breathed slowly, letting the orchard's calm sink deep into her mind and body. Every motion, every glow, carried quiet reassurance. She knelt beneath the tree for a moment, watching the fruit sway softly as though breathing. The orchard seemed aware of her presence, embracing her without words. She felt herself align with the rhythm of the orchard, each heartbeat echoing the calm pulse of the starfruits. When she finally rose, a narrow silver path appeared between the trees, guiding her onward. Eloan stepped slowly, carrying the orchard's gentle warmth within her. Behind her, the trees remained, their fruits pulsing softly, continuing to hold quiet for the night and all who came seeking rest. Eloan's path led to a lake, so still it seemed to mirror not just the sky, but the calm of the night itself. The water shimmered softly, reflecting moonlight and distant stars, moving only in faint, deliberate ripples. "This is the lake of gentle reflections," Aurelian said softly. "Here, everything rests." She knelt at the water's edge and dipped her fingers in, feeling a soothing warmth spread through her hand and up into her chest. The quiet light within her flowed outward, merging with the lake's calm, sending faint ripples that reached every edge of the water. Each ripple carried subtle comfort, as if the lake itself was whispering reassurance. Tiny silver beings glided above the surface, guiding lost fragment of thought and dream into the gentle flow. They moved with deliberate care, ensuring nothing hurried or unsettled the lake's peaceful rhythm. Eloan watched, breathing slowly, feeling her own heartbeat align with the soft pulses of water and light. She leaned forward, resting her forehead near the water, feeling the cool, soothing surface against her skin. Every flicker of reflection mirrored a moment of calm, a sigh released from someone somewhere else who was finding rest. The lake seemed endless, yet intimate, holding everything safely and without urgency. When she rose, a path of faint silver light appeared at the far edge of the lake, winding gently through the trees. Eloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the lake's tranquility within her. The ripples faded behind her, settling back into perfect stillness, ready to cradle the next weary traveler who might arrive. Eloan entered a meadow where every blade of grass swayed as if moved by unseen hands. Soft breezes whispered among the flowers and tall grasses, carrying delicate sounds that felt like sighs of comfort, brushing gently across her skin. "This is the meadow of whispering breezes," Aurelian said. "Here, the night speaks in soft tones." She walked slowly, letting the breeze guide her steps. Each gust seemed to carry a quiet story, fragments of dreams, sighs of sleepers, and the gentle hush of night. Tiny lights floated among the grasses, pulsing softly, illuminating the path ahead without hurry. Eloan knelt in the center of the meadow, feeling the warmth of the quiet light within her spread outward. The breezes responded, swirling gently around her, carrying away tension and filling the air with calm. Every inhalation brought tranquility. Every exhalation released lingering worries into the night. Small misty creatures moved carefully through the meadow, tending the flowers and guiding drifting whispers toward the edges of the space. They worked without haste, their presence creating a rhythm of slow, steady peace that resonated through the meadow and into Eloan herself. She lay back on the soft grass, watching the gentle lights drift above her. The whispers mingled with her heartbeat, every pulse matching the movement of the breeze. She felt as though the meadow itself breathed with her, each sigh and sway reinforcing the calm within. When she finally stood, a faint silver path appeared at the far edge of the meadow, leading onward. Eloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the gentle rhythm of the winds within her. The meadow remained quiet and patient, holding the whispers, breezes, and lights in eternal, unhurried calm. Eloan stepped into a forest where every leaf glowed softly, like tiny lanterns swaying in a slow, deliberate rhythm. The branches formed gentle arches overhead, letting the moonlight filter through in silver patterns that danced lightly on the forest floor. "This is the forest of shimmering leaves," Aurelian whispered. "Here, the trees hold the calm of every night." She walked slowly along the winding path, feeling the soft moss beneath her feet. Each step seemed to release a subtle pulse of light from the glowing leaves above, casting warm reflections that mingled with the quiet light within her. The forest hummed faintly, a sound so soft it felt like a sigh of relief carried through the branches. Small creatures made of silver mist moved carefully between the trees, guiding drifting fragments of dreams and soft whispers of the night. Their movements were slow and deliberate, never hurried, carrying calm to the forest with each gentle step. Iloan paused to watch, feeling her own breath align with the rhythm of the forest, her heartbeat syncing with the sway of the leaves. At the center of the forest, a small clearing opened. A circle of luminous flowers glowed faintly, casting soft reflections on a pool of still water. Iloan knelt beside it, letting her hands hover over the surface. The water rippled slowly in response, carrying warmth and gentle light outward, touching every leaf, flower, and shadow in the clearing. She lay back on the soft moss, letting the glow of the leaves and flowers envelop her. Every motion of the forest, every pulse of light, matched the slow, steady rhythm of her heartbeat. The forest seemed aware of her presence, welcoming her without words, holding her gently within its calm embrace. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared, winding out a clearing. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the forest shimmer within her. The leaves glowed softly behind her, continuing their quiet watch, ready to offer rest to any traveler who might follow. Iloan climbed a gentle hill where tiny streams trickled lazily, catching the moonlight in their smooth, silver flow. The water was calm, moving slowly along winding paths through soft grass and scattered flowers. "This is the hill of moonlit streams," Aurelian said softly. "The water carries rest in every ripple." She walked carefully along the streams, letting her fingertips brush the surface. The water pulsed with warmth, carrying the quiet energy of the night. The quiet light within her mingled with the streams, harmonizing with their gentle rhythm. Every ripple seemed to breathe with her, soothing and steady. Small silver creatures floated above the water, guiding stray droplets and floating motes of light back into the streams. Their movements were slow and deliberate, each step creating a faint hum that spread calm throughout the hill. Iloan paused, letting the soft rhythm of the flowing water sink deep into her chest and mind. She knelt by a small pool where two streams joined, letting her hands hover above the surface. The ripples expanded slowly, touching every corner of the hill, carrying warmth, light, and calm. Iloan felt all tension dissolve, leaving only the patient, gentle energy of the hill. When she rose, a narrow path of silver light appeared, winding along the streams and leading upward. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the hill's calm within her. Behind her, the streams continued to flow, their soft blending with the night, offering rest and patience to any soul who might wander this gentle place. Iloan entered a meadow where crystals sprouted from the earth, shimmering faintly in the moonlight. Each crystal pulsed softly, like a heartbeat, reflecting the gentle silver glow of the sky. The air was cool, still, and heavy with quiet comfort. "This is the meadow of slumbering crystals," Aurelian said. "Here, every heartbeat slows, every thought rests." She walked carefully among the crystals, letting her fingertips brush their smooth surfaces. Each pulse of light resonated with the quiet light within her, spreading warmth and calm through her chest. Tiny motes of luminescence drifted around her, guiding wandering fragments of dreams into Meadows' gentle embrace. Iloan paused at the center, where the largest crystals formed a soft circle. She knelt beside them, letting the light flow outward from her hands. The crystals responded, pulsing in gentle harmony, sending quiet energy across the meadow. Every heartbeat, every breath, aligned with the rhythm of the slumbering crystals. Small silver creatures moved delicately among the stones, tending to the crystals and ensuring the gentle pulse continued uninterrupted. Iloan breathed slowly, feeling herself sink deeper into calm, her thoughts softening and her body relaxing. The meadow seemed alive, yet serene, holding everything in patient, deliberate care. She lay down on the soft grass, letting the crystal's glow wash over her. Each pulse, each shimmer, carried a lullaby that reached into her chest, echoing softly with the rhythm of her heartbeat. The night was quiet, steady, and eternal in its calm embrace. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared at the edge of the meadow, winding onward. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the meadow's gentle pulse with her. Behind her, the crystals shimmered softly, continuing their quiet watch, ready to comfort all who wandered through this peaceful place. Iloan entered a forest where gentle mist drifted lazily between the trees. The fog glowed faintly silver in the moonlight, moving slowly as if the air itself were breathing. Each step she took softened into the mist, leaving no sound but a quiet echo of calm. "This is the forest of floating mists," Aurelian whispered. "Here, the air carries rest." She walked carefully along a winding path that appeared as the mist parted gently before her. Tiny motes of light hovered through the fog, guiding fragments of dreams along the trails. Each light pulsed softly, in rhythm with her heartbeat, reflecting the gentle glow of the quiet light within her. Soft, misty creatures drifted through the air, tending to floating fog and guiding dreams that had wandered too far. Every movement was slow, deliberate, and unhurried, blending seamlessly with the rhythm of the forest. Iloan paused, breathing deeply, feeling her chest rise and fall with the gentle pulse of the mists. At the heart of the forest, a small pool appeared, shimmering through the fog. Iloan knelt beside it, letting her hands hover above the surface. The ripples expanded slowly, touching every branch, leaf, and drifting mote of light, carrying warmth and calm outward. She felt every tension melt away, leaving only the patient, deliberate stillness of the forest. Iloan lay back on the soft moss near the pool, letting the mist swirl gently around her. Every pulse, every shimmer of light, echoed her heartbeat, guiding her deeper into rest. The forest seemed alive yet serene, holding her gently without words or demand. When she finally rose, a narrow silver path appeared winding through the mist. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the forest's quiet pulse within her. The mist continued to drift softly behind her, preserving the calm for the next traveler who would wander into this peaceful sanctuary. Iloan followed the silver path into a meadow covered in soft, luminous dew. Each blade of grass glistened faintly, catching moonlight and tiny drifting motes of light. The air was cool and gentle, filled with a calm that seemed to settle into her bones. "This is the meadow of luminous dew," Aurelian said. "Each drop holds the essence of quiet nights." Iloan stepped slowly through the meadow, letting her hands brush the glowing blades. The dew pulses gently responded to her touch, spreading warmth and tranquility. The quiet light within her flowed outward, mingling with the glow, harmonizing with the rhythm of the meadow. Small silver creatures floated among the dew, tending to blades and guiding wandering fragments of dreams toward their resting places. Their movement was soft and deliberate, creating a slow, soothing cadence that filled the meadow in Iloan's mind. She knelt near a patch where dew shimmered most brightly, letting her palms hover over the drops. The warmth of her quiet light mingled with theirs. Ripples of gentle energy spread slowly outward, touching every corner of the meadow, every blade of grass, every drifting mote of light. Iloan felt herself sinking deeper into calm, her heartbeat and breathing aligning with the meadow's subtle rhythm. Iloan lay back on the soft grass, letting the glow of the dew wash over her. Each pulse mirrored her breath, each shimmer echoed her heartbeat, creating a lullaby of light and calm that settled deep within her. The meadow seemed alive yet serene, holding everything in patient, deliberate harmony. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared at the far edge of the meadow. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the luminous calm within her. Behind her, the dew continued to shimmer softly, a gentle promise of rest for all who wandered into this quiet place. Iloan's path led to a stream that flowed silently, its surface reflecting moonlight and the faint glow of drifting motes. The water moved slowly, almost imperceptibly, carrying whispered fragments of dreams and sighs of rest from distant sleepers. "This is a stream of whispered dreams," Aurelian said. "It carries peace wherever it wanders." Iloan stepped carefully onto smooth stones at the stream's edge. The water felt cool but soothing as she dipped her fingers in. The quiet light within her flowed outward, harmonizing with the gentle current. Ripples moved slowly along the surface, spreading calm and warmth to every rock, blade of grass, and creature near the banks. Small, silver mist creatures floated above the water, guiding drifting fragments of dreams to safe resting places. They moved deliberately and carefully, never rushed, carrying harmony through the stream. Iloan breathed slowly, letting the rhythm of the water settle into her chest, aligning her heartbeat with the gentle current. She paused at a pool where the stream widened. Kneeling beside it, she let the quiet light from her hands mingle with the water. The ripples spread slowly, touching the entire pool, then moving along the gentle stream, carrying calm to distant valleys and meadows. Every pulse of the water, every shimmer of the moonlight, echoed her breathing, her heartbeat, and her sense of peace. Iloan lay back on the soft bank, letting the whispered dreams flow past her. Each fragment carried a sigh, a memory, or a lullaby of rest. The stream hummed quietly, guiding the dreams along, steady, unhurried, and patient. She felt herself drifting in perfect harmony with the water, fully embraced by the calm of night. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared ahead, winding alongside the stream. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the stream's gentle rhythm within her. The water continued to flow softly behind her, ready to cradle every wandering dream, every sigh of rest, and every traveler who sought peace along its banks. Iloan stepped into a wide valley where the sky hung in perpetual twilight, soft shades of lavender and silver blending seamlessly. The air was cool and gentle, carrying the faint scent of blooming night flowers. Everything felt suspended in a slow, deliberate calm. "This is the Valley of Eternal Twilight," Aurelian said softly. "Here, day and night rest together, and all who enter may do the same." Iloan walked slowly along a path of soft silver light. Each step released tiny glimmers of light from the ground, blending with the subtle glow of twilight above. Tiny motes floated through the air, carrying fragments of dreams and sighs of rest from distant places. Each mote's gentle pulse matched her own breathing, aligning her heartbeat with the rhythm of the valley. Small, delicate creatures of silver mist moved among the twilight flowers, guiding stray fragments of dreams and light to settle peacefully. Their movements were calm and deliberate, never hurried, reinforcing the tranquil harmony of the valley. Iloan paused, breathing deeply, feeling the gentle energy of the twilight seep into her chest and mind. At the center of the valley, a shallow pool reflected the soft twilight sky. Iloan knelt beside it, letting her hands hover over the water. Ripples spread slowly, touching every flower, every blade of grass, and every drifting mote of light. The quiet light within her mingled with the valley's energy, carrying rest and calm through every corner. Iloan lay back on the soft ground, letting the twilight and its gentle glow envelop her. Every pulse, every shimmer of light, every subtle sigh of the breeze wrapped around her like a soft blanket. The valley embraced her fully, holding her gently and patiently, without need for words or action. When she finally rose, a faint silver path appeared, winding toward the far edge of the valley. Iloan stepped forward slowly, carrying the calm of eternal twilight within her. Behind her, the valley shimmered softly, ready to hold peace and rest for all who wandered into its serene embrace. Iloan finally arrived at a garden where every flower, tree, and crystal shimmered in soft, endless light. The moon hung low in the sky, bathing the garden in silver warmth. Every blade of grass, every petal, every ripple of water pulsed in perfect, gentle rhythm. "This is the garden of endless dreams," Aurelian said. "Here, every journey ends softly, and every heart may rest fully." Iloan stepped carefully along a winding path lined with glowing flowers. Each step sent a tiny ripple of light through the garden, blending seamlessly with the quiet light within her. The air was heavy with calm, filled with a soothing harmony that seemed to embrace every part of her being. Small, delicate creatures of silver mist moved silently among the trees and flowers, guiding wandering fragments of dreams and glowing motes to their resting places. Their movements were slow, deliberate, and full of gentle care, carrying harmony through the garden and into Iloan's chest and mind. At the center of the garden was a clear pool surrounded by luminous blossoms. Iloan knelt beside it, letting her hands hover over the water. The ripples spread slowly, carrying calm to every corner of the garden, to every flower, leaf, and crystal. She felt every tension melt away, leaving only the patient, gentle stillness of this place. Iloan lay down on the soft grass, feeling the light of the garden pulse gently with her own heartbeat. Every breath, every flicker of light, every sough from the creatures around her created a lullaby of peace. The garden held her fully, patiently, and without demand. Finally, a silver path appeared, winding nowhere and everywhere, as if inviting her to rest for as long as she wished. Alolan closed her eyes, carrying the garden's endless calm within her. The soft light shimmered all around, a gentle promise that in this place, all dreams are safe, all hearts are quiet, and every soul may sleep peacefully, forever embraced by the garden of endless dreams.